Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of solving graphs. This is standard 7.6G in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 30 of the 2025 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so we've got a bar graph here, and we chose the age of groups of campers, and I'm going to move this down so we can just see our four answer choices. It seems like it's a pretty simple question, and if you look at our answer choices, though, you'll see two fractions, 2%, so we're going to need to kind of think in both realms here. But we're just looking at how many of the campers were young adults, teens, or children. Okay, so we need to first figure out how many are in each of these groups and then add them up to get our total, because we do at least want to use a fraction, and we can turn that fraction into a percent. So let's see. It looks like we are just going to use, I'm just going to put these numbers down underneath. How about that? 50 for our senior citizens. Okay, we've got 60 for our adults. The young adults is right between the 0 and the 10, so between 0 and 10 is 5. That teen, I'm going to starting to get a little bit far, so I'm going to go ahead and draw my line over there. Right between 20 and 30, so that's 25. And all the way over here, looks like it's the same as the adults, 60. All right, so first step, let's go ahead and get some totals here. So 50, 60, 5, 25, and then 60. All right, so that's 10. Then I've got 6, I've got 12, I've got 14, I've got, there we go, an even 200. Okay, that's going to be pretty easy. A lot of different ways we can think of this. Okay, so now let's think of young adults, teens, or children. So young adults, teens, children. So those last three right there. So I need to figure out what is 5, 25, and 60. So 5, 25, and 60. And that is going to be 10. That's 90. All right, so I'm looking for 90 out of 200. Now, let's use a little bit of reasoning here before we get to the actual simplifying of fractions or turning into percents, because we can actually solve this, or at least get really close to solving this by just eliminating some answers that don't make sense. Okay, so let's think about half. What would half be? Half of 200 is 100. We're close to half, okay? But it's less than half. So 1/2 equals 100 over 200, and my 90 is less than that, or that half is greater than that, whichever way you want to say that. So I need answers that are less than half. So we could say 90 out of 100 is less than 1/2. Okay, so what about 11 out of 20? Is that less than 1/2? No, 1/2 is going to be 10 out of 20, and that is greater than 1/2. So I can go ahead and eliminate A. Okay, that's actually probably going to represent, the leftovers. 3/5, is that less than 1/2? No, 3/5 is actually greater than 1/2. So we can eliminate that. 45%, is that yes, it is less than 1/2. 90% is also greater than 1/2. So look, there's only one answer it could be, 45%. Let's verify. Let's turn this into a percent. I could divide up if I want to, but there's a much easier way. I'm going to take my 90 divided by 200. I'm going to cut it in half, because look, percent means per 100. If I divide by 2s, I get my denominator 100. And there's my 4,500. So 4,500 hundredths. And we move the decimal place over twice. Look at that, 45%. Didn't even need to do that though, because that was the only possible answer. Every other answer was actually greater than 1/2. So that reasoning can help us out. Our answer is C.